Hello and welcome to the channel. This is my first video and this is a first knife. So this is the first thing Smoky Knife Works brought out when they took over Queen. So I thought it was quite fitting to make this my first video. And I really do, my overall impression of this knife, I like it. And there's many good reasons. So let's just look at it from just a knife perspective, and then we'll go into a bit of the history of it and everything else afterwards. But let's just look at the knife itself. So this is a mini trapper frame. It's 3.5 inches closed. The blades on it are 2.75 inches. Has black composite covers, and it's got 440 blade steel, and it doesn't specify what the 440 is, just that it's 440. So let's just have a little walk through the knife. So the transitions are beautiful. It's been hafted really well. The centering, the clip is dead down the middle. The spade blade is on the side, but it's not rubbing. There are some gaps, as you can see there. And there are some gaps up here. When there's no blade wrap, and the back spring is slightly proud, as you can see there, on both blades when you open it up. There's a clip buoy and a spade blade typically on, because it's a trapper, and it's a satin finish on the blade. And let's have a look at the edge. Nice and even there. It's been etched rather than stamped, which I would prefer, especially on a knife like this. I would have preferred it. Obviously not this. This is, you know, on the blade you usually get an etch, don't you? But on the tang stamp, I would have loved that to have been stamped. I feel like it's more permanent than an etch, a bit more deeper. But I can understand why they etched it. But it's got half stops, and let's have a look at the walk and talk. It's a bit mushy because I've not long had it, and I'm in the process of washing out the pivot with oil, so you might see some oil residue seeping out. But I can tell it's going to have a good walk and talk. It just, like I say, it just needs a bit more of a clean. But so let's talk about the history of it. Well, now we've talked about the sort of specs of it and had a bit of a walk around. So Queen, unfortunately, went out of business in 2018 after 96 years. And everybody in the knife community knows about Queen and just some of their brilliant knives. Even their lower budgets, or the Queen steel line was brilliant. And obviously they did the Tuna Valley and Shatton Morgan, and just a load of history and beautiful knives. And it's a shame that they went when they did. I think if they hung on a few more years, and now there's been this big explosion in traditional knives, they'll be churning it out and making a killing, and would all be loving them. But unfortunately they went out of business in 2018, and Smoky Knife Works bought the Queen rights. And we know somebody else has got the Shatton Morgan rights, but we're talking about Queen, so they've got the Queen rights. So when they bought the Queen rights, they had to protect the Queen company name, and so they produced this, which I think probably quickly, and there wasn't much advertisement about it, or they made 300 of these knives, and they put them on Smoky Knife Works. No advertisement, and there was a lot of discussion about it. And unfortunately, I thought I'd never get one in hand, as they sold out quite fast. I think what happened was people started realising Queen had been bought, started putting two together, seen the QM1, and everybody jumped on them. And before people knew what was going on, I think they were sold out. Now, there's a brilliant video on this knife by Knife Thoughts, and that's when I first seen this knife, and love that channel, love that guy. He's brilliant, knowledgeable. You know, go and watch that for a probably full better review than this. But I am in the UK, so for me to get this knife, I was amazed, and I can only thank the person that I got it from, which I got it from Moonraker Knives. So they're a small company. It's a man and his wife, I think, that runs it. They're an older couple. I hope they don't mind me saying that, but they've been going for a long time. Got nothing but praise for this company. Usually you get this personal written receipt. Sometimes he writes a little comment on it. It's really nice. But yeah, brilliant guy to buy from. Gets back to you really well, really knowledgeable, and just nothing but praise for this company. But thank you again for getting it. So they sold out really fast on Smoking Artworks. He must have grabbed hold of some, and there's still some on his site, and he's selling them for £51.95, which for a USA-made mini trapper is a bargain anyway. But the fact that it's got such heritage and historic sort of value as well, it's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. But yeah, brilliant knife, absolutely brilliant knife. So only 300 made. I believe it was made by Bear & Son. I don't think that's been confirmed, but I've got a few Bear & Son knives, and it's sort of very, you can see traits of their manufacturing process and how they do things. So yeah, but brilliant knife. Go and get yourself one. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoy making them. I look forward to making some more. So see you on the next one. Thanks a lot.